Hey everyone, this is Swecker here. Today we wanted to just go over some of the key differences between TYR CXT-1 and TYR CXT-2. There's been definitely some great improvements, and if I could just kind of summarize just the improvements, it would be just improvements in durability and the fit and just the performance as a shoe. It has been greatly improved, so let's just dive in. To go over the fit, there's definitely an improvement. There's a 4mm wider fit on the CXT-2 compared to the first one, which makes it just a little more comfortable for the foot. And I just like the fact that TYR is just continuing to improve the shoe shape more towards the foot, natural foot shape. And secondly, the CXT-1 had a 9mm heel drop, but it was so gradual that you couldn't really tell if there was that big of a difference. But for the CXT-2, the heel drop has been decreased to 7mm. It's a 2mm difference, but just the way the drop goes is you could definitely feel that there's a drop, and that just really helps with a lot of the squat or the ankle mobility, the hip mobility. And lastly, for the fit, if you look at the tongue and the ankle cushion right here, they replaced it with the high density foam, which is really dense, and it really helps you lock in your ankle so that a shoe doesn't slip out. And so even if you don't tie the shoelaces too tightly, it'll keep the shoe in place. And so for movements like lunges or split jerks, where there's a lot of just movement in your forefoot, I didn't feel any heel slippage, and so it just kept my foot in place, and really like that. And next, to go over the exterior of the shoes. If you look at the mesh, the design has definitely changed. If you look at CXT-1, it's all linear and the holes are much smaller, whereas CXT-2, it's kind of like a honeycomb shape. So there's a lot of openings and ventilation, so it keeps the breathability of the shoes really good. And the mesh is also highly durable. It's much more durable than the first one. So they kept the durability and the breathability, improved that. And also another benefit of this mesh is that if you look at the CXT-1 fold, it keeps the creases and you can see it on the shoes very well. But if you wear the CXT-2, you can see the crease happening, but when it comes back up, it hides it really well. So aesthetically, it keeps the shoes looking much more clean and less worn. And next, to go over the midsole. If you look at the CXT-1, this had a great grip on the rope, but it had some durability issue. Right after some rope climbs, some people had it break, and that was one of the cons of this shoes. But for CXT-2, they replaced it with the TPU material, which is much more durable and is able to withstand the rope climb much better. And it creates a better stability for your foot as well. And if you look at the back part of the shoes, they changed the heel glide. It's much bigger than the first, and it slides through the wall really well. And because it's bigger, whatever angle your foot is at, it's still able to keep contact with the wall, which allows you to slide through the wall really well. And lastly, to go over the outsole, they upgraded it with TearTech, which they used for the barefoot shoes. It has much better grip, and it keeps very good stability as well. So it grips the rope really well over here. And if you look at the toe guard, they widened it so it protects your toes even better. And they also have a very strong grip, so it helps with wall walks or even when you come down and up for burpees as well. So these are some of the improvements that they made from CXT-1 to CXT-2. And you could really tell that they focused a lot on the performance and the durability and the comfort of your foot. Now, we could highly recommend these shoes to anyone who is getting into weightlifting, cross-training, and if you're really into weightlifting, but the weightlifting shoes is too much of a commitment, this is a great place to start because of the 7mm heel lift and the stability that the shoe gives. Thank you.